So now I'm going to present our guest speakers, Emre Arslan and Deniz Hacıoğlu. Emre, I want to interview you guys first before you guys start your lecture.
Sure.
So you, when did you join MEF? And they're both MEF graduates, okay? When did you join MEF, and which department did you attend?
I started the university at the Marmara University, actually. Then I switched to the MEF at the 2018 February, I guess. I joined to the computer engineering department, and I completed double major in the industrial engineering department. I graduated last February, 2022 February. And I'm currently working at Yetkin since 1 year as product manager.
Wait, that's enough. So
okay.
you started at Marmara.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was studying electrical engineering at the Marmara.
You studied electrical at Marmara, and then you saw the light. You came to MEF. You studied computer science and industrial engineering, and you graduated February 2022, and you work for Getir.
Yeah.
Getir is, well, I think even our exchange students probably have heard of Getir. It's what I call an e-bakkal. It's a delivery service for groceries, one of the largest in the world, actually. What about you, Deniz?
Hi, I started at METÜ NCC. It is Northern Cyprus campus. I studied mechanical engineering, actually, but I'm in prep school in those years. After that, I came here MEF, and I'm not graduated yet. My department is mechanical engineering now.
Okay, so you started at Middle Eastern Technical University Cyprus campus.
Yes.
You did your prep school there. Then you also saw the light and you came to MEF, and you're studying mechanical engineering, and you're still a student, yes?
Yes.
So Emre, what is your connection to Deniz? You guys are not classmates, obviously. He's still a student, you're a graduate. What's the connection?
We met at the first class that we took in the MEF University together in the English 101.
Yes. You met in English 101 and you graduated and he hasn't. What happened? Deniz, you're taking your time?
Yeah, I'm at bad at mechanical engineering. Actually, I want to be a design engineer, but Turkey has not design engineer terms. Mechanical engineer, too much mathematics, too much calculations. But in all universities in Turkey, don't have too much design class, actually. I'm in 4th year now, and I did take like 2 design class. Because of that, my school time is not good.
Okay, so Deniz, let me summarize what you've just explained. You are in the mechanical engineering program, but you actually want to be a design engineer. And therefore, you are redesigning your own curriculum and you're taking more courses that takes more time. Okay?
Yes.
That's a nicer way of putting it. Yes. Okay. So, Emre, what is the connection between you guys? Are you guys partnering in some startup?
Yes, actually, we were friends like in 4 years, but that last summer, we just had a interesting phone call between each other. We just had the same similar idea. We just saw the same post in the LinkedIn about building a product and building a new idea, and we just mentioned that same post to each other. So we then afterwards we started to work together on a startup. We first built the idea, then started to implement it on a no-code tool. Right now we have built our product, and right now we are making some investment meetings, interviews with the VCs and the other some of the HR companies that want to buy us.
So you have a no-code idea which
Yeah.
uses ChatGPT. Yes, no?
Actually,
yeah, go on.
Okay.
in the product, we don't use ChatGPT. There is 2 side projects that we are co-founders. And there is a commit. Commit is our top project. We use ChatGPT 3.5 in marketing of commit.
Okay, I see.
We automate the blog content, social media content with using that.
Okay, so you are using ChatGPT in your startup
Yes.
as a virtual assistant.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what this course is all about, using ChatGPT as a virtual assistant. So Emre, do you have a presentation? Are you going to talk about your startup?
Yeah, we can present our startup as well. Or, we also have prepared the presentation how we can connect the no-code tool that we use with the ChatGPT API. We can start with which do you prefer?
Okay, so everybody in this class, now you're going to see an example where 2 entrepreneurs, one just graduated from MEF, one is still at MEF, hoping to graduate soon, are starting a new business, and they're using ChatGPT to speed up their startup. Okay, they are right now doing investment rounds, so they're trying to find some money to finance their startup. So Emre, tell us about your startup, and then tell us how you are using ChatGPT to help you in starting up your business.
Our startup is on the HR industry. We are currently trying to match the developer, tech people actually, developers, designers, and the product managers with the companies that searching for that tech role. The people, there are 2 parts of our startup. We are focused on both B2B and both B2C. On the B2C part, a candidate can just join the platform and then build their CV just like they are doing in the LinkedIn. They are creating a profile, and after they select the tech stack that they are have knowledge on the their professional life, we are sending some assessment tests to them based on the both technical assessment and the their personality traits. We are collaborating with some psychological researchers and some of the personality test tools, and also we are collaborating one of our instructors in MEF Üniversitesi, Tuna Çakar, with the technical questions part. We are sending those assessments to people, and they are completing their assessments, and we are showing a complete profile of what they are capable of, what is their ranking on each of the people, and what is their personality traits, if they are compatible match for the company culture, etc. And then the companies just can join to the platform and put some filters that I am looking for that type of person that knows that programming languages and type of stuff, and they are seeing the people that are matched and that might be suitable for the position that they are looking for, and they can send a message, send the video interview, and also send a proposal to them for join their company. That's basically the product. And we are using,
just hold on. I want to make sure that people are with us, they're following us. So this is an HR application, okay? İnsan kaynakları. Applicants apply to you. Do they fill out a form?
Yes.
Do you take CVs, or do they?
There's a 2 minutes form. There's a form. It takes like 2 minutes to fill. Okay.
Do you take the attributes of the applicants from the CV, or do you ask them to fill a form?
We are asking them to fill a form, define their experiences, their academic background and their knowledge, tech stack.
Okay, so Emre, that's part of your database, okay? On top of this, you are also giving them a test to measure their personality attributes.
Yeah.
So you add the results of the test to your database. So now you have the student's background, their experience, their degree, and their personality traits.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now this is a searchable database.
Yeah, it's like a talent pool that people can join and that people can search on.
Okay, aren't there many applications like this in the marketplace?
Actually, there is, but our main difference is just we are assessing both technical and both personality based, and we structured our questions on the technical test. Like, if you are answering a question on the do you know Java, and you are taking a Java test, and there is a question that evaluates your knowledge on the software architecture or the database knowledge or the some specific part in the Java. We structured like the 5 different criteria in the for each question, and we are evaluating each of your answers based on these tags, and we are showing a detailed profile what you exactly know and what you exactly don't know. Maybe you are a company that you want to hire somebody who works on the architecture part, or maybe on the network part. You can easily see who knows what.
Okay. Now I understand your business. Now, please continue.
Continue with presentation or
Yeah.
How do you use ChatGPT with your startup?
Then you can go on.
Okay. Asya has a question from.
Go ahead, Asya.
Is there?
I can ask here if you want.
Yeah.
I was curious about the personality tests that you mentioned. Is it related with the work environment tests? Like what kind of personality tests you apply?
It is actually both work environment and both your personality. We have music tests also, but we have also work environment tests. Like it's like 5 different categories of the personality tests, and each one is evaluating different type of your personality. I can say.
Okay, I see. I asked because I used to work as a personality test applier or something like that, so that's why I asked.
And you have individuals have to waive their rights, like KVKK hikayesi. You have to get approval from. Okay.
Yeah, we are getting approval.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, well, the usage of these tests is somewhat controversial. Let me just leave it at that. But please tell us how you use ChatGPT in helping you out with your startup.
Okay, there is a example of that. Let's I can share. Okay, one there's a commit our startup. You can see my screen, right?
Project, yeah. Yes.
Okay. Commit has a ChatGPT, but we use it for the marketing. I prepare for the example on Bubble for you. There's a page in here. I create an index page and the blog page. Okay. There's a multiple plugins in Bubble, and Bubble is like using like Canva. I can manage all the like inputs, put up buttons in here, and there's a plugins, all plugins in here, and there is a multiple plugins, but I connect the API manually in here. I prepare for you. There's a API key from my account. It's in here. You can just sign in the OpenAI and you can get the secret key and API key. I connect Text DaVinci because we don't want to chat with AI. I just want the outputs in here.
Sorry for interrupting, Deniz and Emre. Actually, can you begin what is the bubble and what is words and all the detail? We don't know the bubble and another detail. So can we begin?
Okay, Emre, you can share the Notion document.
Yeah, I can start with the how we what is it and how we implement it on our project. Let me I prepared the presentation for that.
And why you use the bubble and etc. All the details. I mean.
Yeah. Bubble is a tool that you can develop a product without using any single line of code. We actually, I am a computer engineer, but I'm not working as a developer, and I don't want to get too involved the development processes before until we build an MVP. So we had an idea, and we found that tool that can help us to build a prototype of our idea with just the dragging and dropping, or maybe just drawing a flowchart. If you click that button, that will happen. Basically, you are just building some algorithms, and it turns it like you developed it on a code base. So with using Bubble, we implemented the ChatGPT API that on pages that Deniz showed, and we are automating our blog sharing and social media post sharing processes easily. We are not spending any time for that. We are just giving a prompt, like that is our title for that blog, and it is finding an image for that and finding the content for that, and after we just making a human eye review, and after we are publishing it.
We can do anything in one day in Bubble.
Yeah, it is just maybe you have some of you developed some websites like using Bit or maybe Google Sites. I know in English 101 classes you are using Google Sites to develop on your last part of project. You can just define the pages, you can just define the flows that you want to do, and that is basically the usage of Bubble. So it's connecting the Bubble to with the ChatGPT. After creating I can share this document, by the way, afterwards. Şevval mentioned about you are going to present some projects on next week. Maybe you can use the Bubble to make your project live with easier than not writing some codes and stuff. It will be much easier for you. Yes, hocam.
Emre, let me just interrupt here for a second. Guys, last week we connected Coda and OpenAI using API, okay? This week we are doing the same thing, except instead of Coda, we're using Bubble. Bubble is a visual coding device that uses no code. So it is another useful device to connect OpenAI to, okay? Enes will tell you more about connecting OpenAI and Bubble, but this application that you are watching now is going to connect OpenAI and Bubble, and is going to do in one day what would normally take maybe 10 days. Okay, Emre, you can continue.
After you sign up to Bubble, you can create the application, and creating the application is just giving you a template, just a blank page. We are on this instruction, we are just going to see how we can implement the bubble with using Coda. Last week you saw this. There's an API connector in the bubble, and you after connecting the API connector and getting your secret keys as then showed in the previous screens, you are just copying and pasting some lines of code that OpenAI already providing you, and after copying and pasting it, it is already being connected. So then after the I'm skipping the connection part because it's just like copying and pasting some keys and stuff. I'm moving forward with that. After we need to customize and initialize of our call of the ChatGPT API actually. After specifying that's what we are going to use and what is needed to be sending a call to that, we are finishing the connection with the ChatGPT. After, yeah.
If you want, I can.
Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. You can speak now, and I will click on the button. So I can connect the API when you speak.
Okay. It's like just 5 minutes. Right?
Okay, so you are now in Bubble, and you are typing in your OpenAI key.
Yes.
API connection.
Yes. There's. I get the OpenAI's page. I get the API. And sorry. Yes. This is my key. Actually, you can add the barrier here because there's a documentation of the.
Just making the API call. Yeah. Like that's it.
There is a header key because we post from the bubble to OpenAPI a prompt, and we get the data output back. Because of this, we need a content type, and this is a JSON type because OpenAI says
it's returning data type.
Yes. I create 3 calls in here. One for the title, one for the content, and one for the blog image. Let's see. Okay. This is an action. If we want to get the data, this need to be a data. But it is an action because we post something to the OpenAPI. This is
OpenAPI giving a
OpenAPI.
prompt, and they are giving us the result.
Yes. Here's the playground of the OpenAPI. I choose the text DaVinci because it is the better. You can write something in here, and OpenAI send you to the output. Let's. This is my basic prompt, actually. If you click in view code, there's a JSON code in here. There's a prompt. We can copy and easily paste on the bubble. But we need a dynamic prompt, and I add the text in here. If you don't want to be dynamic prompt, you can just write in here like work or something else.
Since we are on our platform, we are just giving the dynamic prompt and getting the results. We are using like a variable here.
You need to be initialize a call for the testing this prompt. Okay. My internet connection is not stable. Sorry about that. Okay. Now there is a 3 call and 1 API connection in here. We connected easily. Now let's see the design. There's a repeating group in here. Repeating group works like here. Yes. The repeating groups need to type now in type of content is blog. I search for all the blogs. You can. Yes.
Yeah, repeating group actually means like we are going to use it using the prompt at blog button. We are sending the response from that we get from ChatGPT to our database, and we are going to show it on the display of our page.
Yes. Thanks to repeating group, I create a design here, like an easy design.
And it's applied to everything. Yeah.
Yes, actually. And there is an input and button in here. Because of the creation of that, blog content is dynamic now. We can add in here one keyword like ChatGPT generates the title, and get the title. ChatGPT generates the content and the image now.
The connection.
Yes, connections. Okay, I can write it anything in here, like university. When I click the add a blog,
it just calls the API and creates the blog that's going to be shown here. But since we are using right now the preview and the free plan, it's a little bit slow just to show it here.
Yes. Now, when click to the blog.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
It generates a title and it generates a content about the title.
And the prompt was just write a blog about, right?
Actually, yeah. There's a more complicated prompt in here. I just like I say the ChatGPT. I say the ChatGPT when where is the image? Yes, image. Find an image about text. Text is dynamic in pixels because Bubble don't want to just pictures URL. It creates
another thing that we can.
It saves the picture to database and in pixels generate only exact name when I write because okay, image come from pixels. There's an API key here again. Just write the API key and we will see the workflows. Okay.
Yeah,
when we click the add blog button, OpenAI title, we need to generate first title. Input blog contents value. Input blog contents
is the text field that
input. Yes. Then we need an image for the blog. Result of step 1. Step 1 output is our blog's title. And we need a content. Content is again step 1's output. But here image. OpenAI generates the image name. It search the Pexels database, choose the image, but we should take the image to bubble. Okay. For the Pexels, yes, okay. I want to get item 3. When write item 1, it gets first item of the Pexel search. And easily, when click the repeating groups current cells block, it's navigate to block page and display the block in here.
Yeah, we are just using it for on our main project as the marketing of tool, but you can just, as you learned on the class, you can just give different prompts and get different input, create different things. Also, we have another side project called Luna. We are using some AI things on there as well. Maybe AI, then we can share it. It's like a project management tool, like you are generating a task and you are assigning somebody type of thing. And we are using some AI in here as well.
Like when I write here like landing, I can write it Turkish or another different language. Like Turkish açılış sayfası.
Landing page.
Yes, landing page. For color, choosing landing page actually. When I click the enter, there's a not good task, but when we post the content for the OpenAI to the OpenAI, it complete the sentence in here like it generates every time in English, but we can choose the.
Wait, guys, don't get ahead of yourselves, okay? Before you get into Luna. So right now what you did was, to recap, you go to Pexels to grab an image.
Yes.
OpenAI generates a blog title, and it generates the blog, and it publishes the picture from Pexels, the blog title, and the blog itself on your site. Yeah. And for this to happen, you type in only one word. You type in university, and boom, you get a picture, a title, and a blog. Yes?
Actually, yes. But actually in commit, we don't write the university.
We are modifying the prompt.
ChatGPT knows what we are doing in here. It generates every time talent or HR contents.
Yeah, we are using some type of prompt engineering here, like you act our job is this, we are doing that, we are still building our product since a couple of months, we are at that stage type of prompts, they know what we are doing, and after that it creates we can just give one couple of words and it will create the blog.
So with more clever prompts, you get more clever blog articles, yes?
Yes, sure.
This I know, but what you showed us with the dynamic word there is a tool that generates a sort of very general blog article about any one word, keyword, topic that you give to it.
Yes.
Okay, so now you're moving on to another application which creates social media posts.
Yeah, it's a task management tool. We built that on Bubble as well. Like you can, for example, you are working on some project, you are trying to assign a task to somebody, and there is some technical task came out, and you don't know the details. You can just type up some couple of words, and it's complete.
Time out again. I want to make sure that those who are really trying to understand are with us. guys, this is a good time to ask questions about the first application they showed, namely connecting Bubble.io to OpenAI and creating weblogs with one keyword. Are there any questions for that application? Is there anything you'd like to be repeated? Am I the only slow one in this classroom? Is it my age? I see no hands. All right, so you guys can continue with your social media posts.
Hocam, I believe that that's not all clear. And maybe it might be the better to summarize from the beginning. And guys, can you summarize what you are doing now, step by step? I mean, creating a Bubble app and installing API connector, and then what? And maybe we can ask the question after that, because nobody know the Bubble, and I believe that that's very good. Might be better summarized from the beginning, really beginning.
Okay.
Yes, sure. I shared the document on the chat actually. That is how to connect your API with your Bubble project. It is based, there is videos, there is images. It is so easy to navigating through that document. After we install the API connector, we are just use the API keys that the OpenAPI provides us and connect our API with our application in the Bubble. Then afterwards, we started to design a page. Like we want to give a prompt here, and we want an image, a title, and the content for the blog. And with using Bubble, you can define, when you click a button, you can define what will happen. And we just structured the API call that we are sending to the OpenAI. When you click the add blog button, it is using the text that you put in on the field, and first creating a blog title for you, and then finding an image with using pixels, another AI for you, and also it generates it puts the word in the prompt that we prepared for the ChatGPT and getting the answer of it. And we are just sending all of these answers to our database. Just say we are going to show these content in our website. And after just making all this with using like on the Bubble, one of the features, we are just showing those with our design. It's just like a drag and drop design. We didn't do anything complex. We just put the right click and insert image, and that's it. So it's like when you just start to try things on yourself, it is super easy to understand. And there are so many resources on the internet that help you how you can structure some basic things.
I can show in here how Bubble works if you want.
Please.
Okay. Just create a basic app. There's a template in here, but empty is better always. Let's try name. Bubble is searching the app names now. It can't be the same. Connection is killing me. Okay. Just click the create an app and Bubble create a basic empty white page. Incredible. Emre, it takes long. You can speak now.
Yeah, I can answer some questions if you guys have after type a comment.
Yeah, I just had a comment. It's something that I want. Thanks.
Yeah, by the way, I really understand it is when somebody just tells you something, you will do that, it will happen like that. It's sometimes not be so explanatory. There's some practice, needed. And when you are doing something by yourself, it's easier to understand. For me, as
Yeah, it's really natural to not understand everything for one sit. So I will practice after today.
Asya, you are quite right. You really don't learn this until you do it.
Yes, teacher.
I want to make sure you guys are not lost to the point where you can't even get started. I want to make sure you understand the gist of what they're trying to do, namely connect Bubble.io and OpenAI and write some very simple code in Bubble.io without really writing code, by pointing and clicking to call ChatGPT from within Bubble.io.
I just understand the basic concepts for now, what's it's used for, and then I will practice.
Okay.
Erhan, can I ask something?
Yes, go ahead.
So, can we use the app sites by, for example, we can use Wix sites by not logging or signing. So can we use it when we create an app and site, and then can we create a link and then share it with others? Can we do that for Bubble?
Yeah, I couldn't get the question exactly. I think.
So, for example, when we create a website in Wix, we can use the link to go to the website. And for example, if I want to create a portfolio in Bubble, can I share the link with others so that they can see
yes,
it?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay. Yeah.
And there are some plans in the Bubble, like the premium plans and the free plans. But for the personal project, you don't need to buy a premium paid plan. You can just use the free plan and share it with the other. Is there any question or?
There was the part when you copied part of the code generated from the ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, could you show this one more time? I'm not sure if I got the process of the generation of this part and how do you copy it?
It was just the key. They just copied the key from OpenAI
And
into
also,
Bubble.
I think Hocam, he is making about the we copied the prompts from the playground.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dennis, could you show it? The playground.
Yes.
I also want to ask another thing. So far, I understand that we can use GTP with Coda, with Bubble, and some products like that. So is it possible to connect other generators, like there's a hypotenuse AI for marketing, or I don't know, maybe Luna all together? Is it possible to use in Bubble with all these?
Yes, the good thing about the bubble, that's the thing that why we are using that product. There is its own API connected, and you can connect with all the other AI products or whatever you want to connect with. You can connect with the automation tools like Zapier or something, or you can connect with your Discord account, your Slack account. You can send messages to WhatsApp. Actually, there are so many things that you can connect, and it's so easy to do. That's why we are using that.
Okay, I see. So we can also use, I guess Pixel was just for images, right? To use images
Yes.
with Bubble.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I think Bubble has struggled now. Not my
Maintenance
internet
issues,
connection.
right? Yeah.
Yes, because OpenAI works perfectly.
You can show just the OpenAI playground.
Okay.
Where did you copy the code? You can show them.
When we wanna see the code, we should write a prompt here. Like, okay. Okay, this is my prompt for the chosen image. When I enter it, okay, submit. Okay, now OpenAI text DaVinci choose an image for us, but there is a punctuations in here. Okay, this is the output.
Can you show the code part, new code?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. That is, we are copying this code in our API connector, and we can change with the any line on the prompt with the variable. For example, we use text, and you can customize your prompt like that.
You can choose tokens. Tokens means word or word. No, not word. It's a letter number, and this is a prompt. It needs to be JSON based for the bubble, and there is the API's slug actually.
Okay.
Okay, bubble is open.
There is a question, what is the model? Could you explain it? Another thing is the model is which AI model that we are going to use for sending, which AI model that we are sending this prompt to. We are using text DaVinci. It's like for the text prompts, and it's one of the fastest working and the free model. So that's why we selected that. And there is some other configurations there. For the advanced users, maybe you can change some configurations, but it's not needed at that point.
Okay, bubble is not working, but I can show the Luna for you.
Do you have any additions or comments on things that you might ask us? Because Bubble is having maintenance issues right now, and we are kind of stuck here.
Okay,
Yes,
Emre and Deniz, maybe we can answer question until then it fix.
yes, I think there is a question from both.
Can I ask one more thing about Bubble?
Yeah, sure.
So when I add OpenAI from the plugin part, and then when I enter API key, I'm done, right? So I can use OpenAI with my app that I created.
Yes, then you can configure which prompt that you are going to send to OpenAI, and the rest is going to be on the application side, but the connection
Okay.
is complete.
Okay. Thank you.
Other questions? So, Emre, what else do you want to tell us about? You were connecting OpenAI with Bubble.io and then Pexel. You created blog sites. Now you're creating social media posts. Anything else you will tell us today?
Actually, yes, Emre and I creating a new model now in Luna. We want to AI works like speech to task. Luna, it's a task management platform. Like in here, we speak now, and one word, it's trigger the workflow when we speak, like Alexa or Siri. When we say these words, Bubble's audio recorder is start to record, and we actually convert speech to text and analyze the text, and AI choose the tasks in these sentences and write the tasks.
Yeah, and for example, think about you are in a meeting or you are in a class. For example, Hocam, you can trigger the AI with saying a word, and after you can say the prompt, like you have homework, you need to do this, and just create a task on the platform, and you can directly assign it to the students on Blackboard.
Yeah.
Just in our platform right now.
Are you going to show us how you did that, or?
Yeah, we are still implementing it, and we are having difficulties in Bubble right now. There is a maintenance issue, so we couldn't.
Yeah. I can connect the Bubble now. We write the code. It's triggered the workflow when you say the words, like words is be Luna. When you say the Luna, Emre and I write the code. It's triggered the workflow, and what you say like 10 seconds after the Luna word, it's convert to the text, and OpenAI analyze the text and convert the text to the tasks.
And that's basically it from our side.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for the issues about the bubble.
Yeah, we weren't expecting those, but
Guys, we need to take a break anyway. So let's take a 15-minute break and we'll get back at 7:20, okay?
free kendisi.
Bir dakika. For the exchange students, I just asked them to describe their last application in Turkish, and I will give you a translation. So this is what they told me so far. It's a speech-to-text application. It is triggered by a keyword. As soon as the app hears the keyword, it records the next X seconds. Devam abicim.
Tamam. Bunu kaydettikten sonra bunu zaten AI kendisi yazıya döküyor. İngilizce halde. Bunun farklı Google'ın çok iyi ürünleri var. Her 65-70 dil algılayabilen. Bunu yazıya döktükten sonra biz ChatGPT kullanarak bu yazının içerisindeki görev olabilecek, potansiyel görev olabilecek. Yani örnek veriyorum, işte siz bana dediniz ki Deniz şunu yapmamız lazım. Bu cümleyi algılatıp bunları tekrardan az önce Luna'da gösterdiğim gibi kendisi tekrardan yazarak test uygulamasının içerisine kaydediyor. Yani artık bu şirketlerde hani hocam siz bilirsiniz daily'lerdeki sürekli biri görevleri yazar. Yapılacak işleri veya yapılmış işleri. Buna gerek kalmadan sadece konuşarak aslında bir şeyler yazmamızı, ürünlere bir şeyler yaptırmamızı sağlayacak uygulama.
Peki, şimdi tekrar tercüme edeyim. Bak, tercümeme dikkat et abi. Ne kadar daha az kelimeyle, ne kadar daha sakin, ne kadar daha dingin. After it records your instructions, which follow the keyword, it uses AI to translate the speech to text, and it can translate into up to 70 languages. And then it itemizes the things to be done, and it adds them to a task manager. Bu mu abi olay?
Evet hocam, tamamen bu. Bunun şöyle hem bu kadar karmaşık aslında anlatabilmemizin sebebi hem de uzun sürmesinin aslında sebebi Luna bir tık daha yeni bir proje bizim için. Commit'i zaten hani bahsetmiştik. Commit'te de şu an yapmak istediğimiz şeyi söyleyeyim özetle. Biz bütün marketingi, bütün şu anki içerideki kullanıcılar yani bizim iş arayan adaylar.
Bir dakika abi, Commit'e gelme.
Tamam.
Şimdi bu senin bahsettiğin şeyi kim satın alacak abi?
Luna'yı mı?
Evet.
Luna'yı biz şu an küçük ve orta ölçekli şirketlere pazarlıyoruz.
Yani küçük şirket...
Jira'ya para ödemek istemeyen
kime?
şirketler genelde. Jira
Ha.
ya da işte Trello gibi yani project
Jira veya Trello'ya para
Aynen.
ödemek istemeyen, çünkü Jira ve Trello'da bu uygulamalar yok aslında.
Evet.
Speech to text.
Evet, ve yani küçük şirketler için biraz da ücret skalası da yüksek program şeyler bunlar.
Doğru, ama onlar speech to text yapmıyor, task listesi falan çıkarmıyor.
Evet.
Yani
şey
normal
yapmıyor.
task management'ı da aslında ekstra bir feature'ımız bu hocam.
Anladım. Yani siz küçük şirketler için bir task management tool satıyorsunuz ve bu tool aslında konuşmayla da trigger edilebiliyor.
Evet.
Yani Trello'da ve Jira'da olmayan bir feature bu.
Evet. Aynı zamanda hocam şöyle bir örnek de vereyim. Az önce derste bir tane test girmiştim Türkçe hatırlıyorsanız. Bunu İngilizceye kendi cümle olarak çevirmişti. Bizim şu an bunu hazırladık zaten. Vol 2'de yayınlayacağımız şöyle bir feature var. Biz tree gibi düşünün. Yani bir task, örnek veriyorum, landing page olsun. Landing page'in altındaki task'ler onun ağaç sistemindeki gibi alt task'leri olsun. Biz o landing page kelimesini de AI'ya öğretip altına potansiyel gelebilecek görevleri de sisteme yazacağız.
Anladım. So they are trying to basically market a task manager tool, a low-end, inexpensive task manager tool for companies which cannot afford other tools in the market like Trello or Jira. Okay, but this inexpensive tool will also have this speech-to-text feature, which these more expensive tools currently do not have. So this is an example of where a low-end, inexpensive startup is doing something that the more expensive alternatives cannot do. It's like these little fish attacking the big fish. We've seen many examples of this. It's just another example of that. And now they're saying they're going to try to teach it things like, when you say landing page, it's going to combine all the requests that you put, all the things to be done that relate to the landing page under a landing page class. Okay, so not only is it going to manage the tasks, but it will also classify the tasks. This is something that normally people do. Okay, so it's going to simplify the life of, well, it's going to remove the need for a secretary. Abi siz sekreteri ortadan kaldırıyorsunuz.
Hı hı. Evet hocam.
Çok
Aynı zamanda
saving değil yani.
evet.
Peki.
Aynı zamanda bir şey daha söylemek istiyorum. Yani bugüne kadar hani yaptıklarımızdan kaynaklı. Siz dediniz ya mesela çok iyi bir işte küçük işletme örneği aslında bu. Burada iki seçenek var aslında startup için. Ya indie hacker dedikleri, yani bizim şu an Luna'da yaptığımız gibi işte indiehacker.com'dan ben kendim post paylaşıyorum, Twitter'dan post paylaşıyorum. Sadece bu iki taraftan free olarak yönetilebilen ve marketingi yapılabilen bir ürün Luna şu an. Biz bunu özellikle seçtik. Aynı zamanda da Commit var. Commit bizim hani ana projemiz. Yatırımcı arıyoruz. Yatırımcılarla şu an sıcak ilişki içerisindeyiz. Büyük bir proje. Ya şunu söylemek istiyorum. Şu an Bubble'dan gidip bir hafta içerisinde düzgün UI'li bir proje yapıp ciddi paralar kazanılabilir. Yani illa çok büyük şirketler, accelerator'lar, gerekmiyor. Community'lerden bunları dağıtabiliriz ki Twitter'dan bir arkadaşım var, yabancı. Kendisi bunun iyi bir örneği. 4 gün içerisinde, tabii bu Uber bir örnek, hani bunu şey için söylemiyorum. $22.000 kazandı kendi ürününden. Yaptığı şey sadece ChatGPT with better UI. Bu kadar özetleyebilirim.
ChatGPT kullanarak onun üzerine bir user interface yazıp 4 günde $22.000 mı kazandı abi?
Evet.
Okay, so they have another project on the go, which is what they call their biggest project. And as an example, they give another application, which is simply ChatGPT combined with a UI that made $22,000 in 4 days. Let me warn you, this is not really a good startup idea, okay? You are basically exploiting the lack of the individual's knowledge of ChatGPT. This is similar to drop shipping, okay? Yeah, you realize that some people don't know what's going on, and then you create a tool which simply uses ChatGPT as a slave, and you make money off that tool. Okay, quick money, I don't have a problem with that, but this is not...
It's just the fundraising stuff for us.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, we are trying to fund our main project, so we are trying to find different ways to make money to fund our biggest project. So that's
good. That's good. So they're using it as a fundraiser. That's good. Yes. But this is not sustainable, okay? Because as soon as somebody realizes that you're making money by writing a simple interface on top of ChatGPT, they're going to do the same thing and offer it for half the price. They're going to make you, well, you're not going to go bankrupt, but you're not going to be able to make money anymore, okay? Mm-hmm. So for a real startup, you need to have two conditions, sustainability and scalability. Writing a user interface on top of ChatGPT is not sustainable business, but it's a quick way to make money, which might help you finance your next startup. Okay, that's what you're doing, right?
Yes, hocam.
Okay, excellent. So the part that you are missing because Bubble.io has crashed, you're going to shoot a video and you're going to offer that to our students?
Yes, hocam. Okay. I'm going to shoot a video.
Okay. Either do it in English or do it in Turkish, but subtitle it in English.
Not only subtitle. I will add in AI dubbing. Yes.
Tamam abi. Tamam. İngilizcen zayıf. Sen Türkçe
Yeah, even we can sign language AI, we can put this on the video.
Excellent. So you speak Turkish, but AI will translate it to English, and so that's going to be another good application. So Emre and Deniz, thank you very much. I give you a hand for all of our students, and we expect the rest of the lecture in a video format. Okay.
Okay, hocam.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us, hocam.
Oh, absolutely. We love inviting former MEF students. Bu muydu? Yok. Buydu galiba. Okay, Enes, you want to do this?
Koda tarafı için görsel için kendisi de fazla olacak ama burada başlayıp
Tamam, buradan başla, ondan sonra kendi bilgisayarına geçersin. Let me go to Zoom and share screen. All right, folks, so this is, I asked Enes to come back and summarize what he did. And he prepared the PowerPoint, which is what we should have done last week, okay? We're all learning by doing. I apologize for doing things backwards, but something like this is necessary before you are given an application, so you have a better idea of what you're going into, okay? So basically, last lecture, we combined OpenAI using its API with Coda. Enes, you want to join me? There's another chair. There's no chair. Oh, there's no chair. That's wonderful. How thoughtful, guys. So I'm just going to pull this in. And Enes, you can just scooch here. Yeah, take something soft under your bum. Okay, excellent. Basically, we did this because we wanted to develop digital products. We wanted to show you how you can combine ChatGPT with documents, how you can generate reports, how you can generate summaries, and extract insights from large volumes of data. So that was just one example, okay? You can do all of this with ChatGPT. ChatGPT will act as a slave and do all of this for you. And that was just an example. So basically, the whole goal of this course is to help you use ChatGPT as a digital assistant, okay? And basically remove the need for a secretary, perhaps even a collaborator, okay? So last lecture, we combined Coda and OpenAI. You want to take over, Enes?
Actually, I can add one more thing from this slide.
Okay.
So normally ChatGPT only using their data and don't like.
I'm okay. Just I want to give you this chair.
Okay.
So if you're gonna drive, so you should take the driver's seat. No, the team like they brought another chair. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, continue, please.
Okay.
Çeksene biraz Adem. Eyvallah abi, yeter, tamam. Okay.
So ChatGPT actually using only their data, they script the whole internet, whole books and the other media, and they're using only that information. But we can customize the ChatGPT environment, and then we can use ChatGPT with own information. So maybe our company's documents or data, or maybe we can use with our emails or custom test. So if you want to ChatGPT with your data, with your information, you can easily customize its environment with Coda or Google Sheets or another application. Last week, we used Coda's table, like working as a Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel's docs. We use these tables as our application backend site. So we write some formulas as like code scripts. So we use the backends as a backend. In the next week and in today's lesson, we try to create some front-end stuff for our application. So it will help our users to use our application more efficiently, and also it looks better from this only text. So there are two simple applications created in Coda. The first one, the left side, is email writer. So you can create a form, like creating a Google form or any form application, and you can take input from users to which people they want to send or which subject they want to write. And when you take the inputs, you can create easily those emails via OpenAI API. So you don't need to combine 2 or 3 applications for this process. You can easily combine this 3 steps process, taking inputs and writing an email and sending this email in one application and writing without writing any code. In the right side, in the second application, you have a story generator. You can make some bedtime stories for fun or make some commercial use. It depends your needs. You can select your genre or type, and then you can create some story images from Dolly. Dolly is a text-to-image model from creators of ChatGPT, who is OpenAI. You can also use a Dolly API in your Coda, so you can also make some image stuff. Also, there are some rumors dedicated in last 3 days. So this week, ChatGPT will be release new model GPT-4, and GPT-4 they said will be work with videos or audios or images. So I hope in the next weeks we can make some advanced application, not only text to text or text to image. Also, we will make image to image, maybe image to video, video to music, or we can compose or maybe music albums or short documentaries, or maybe we can easily render our TikTok videos. We are waiting the next GPT model, GPT-4. And this is the slides. This is slides for the introduction.
Maybe you're gonna move to your laptop now?
Yeah, but yaklaşık bir 3 dakika 4 dakika ihtiyacım var bunun için.
Okay, so can I continue talking? Okay, Enes'cim arada yapsaydın hiç fena olmazdı. Devam edeceklerdi ama işte Bubble AI çökünce, I.O. çökünce. Arkadaşlar, Enes'ten böyle bir sunum hazırlamasını istedim ki hani ne yaptık, nereye gidiyoruz falan. I asked Enes to prepare a PowerPoint presentation so as to give us an idea of what we're doing and where we are going next. I think this is essential. I'm learning that teaching is an art form that cannot be easily copied by those who've just been exposed to teaching, and that's probably comes no surprise to you, but I was expecting otherwise. Maybe that's just my fault. As Enes is getting ready, I just found out that they are about to release the next version of GPT, and I just find this fascinating. So they come up with GPT-3 at the end of November, early December. We start the class 2 months later, and before we are halfway through the class, GPT-3 is already outdated. Okay, that's life, and I'm actually somewhat happy about that. If you know how to use GPT, how to connect GPT, ChatGPT is based on GPT. You'll be able to deal just fine with the next version. So you'll remain ahead, okay? But apparently the new version is going to be able to edit pictures and videos, not just words and text. So it's going to disrupt more technologies or more businesses than we originally thought, which is, again, great. I mean, I welcome all disruption. None of that scares me. And you should welcome it too, because you are ahead of the game, simply because you are trying to learn how to deal with this new monster. Just let me know when you're done, okay?
That's all.
I'm just talking here. As we go through this class, before you can even finish your projects, the free version of ChatGPT will be over. And we will even be able to play with ChatGPT 4 to some extent before the class is over. I find that all very exciting. I think most university professors would be terrified at the thought of the ground shifting under their feet. But I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with this the dynamic environment. I think you all know that I don't pretend any expertise in ChatGPT or AI, but I'm trying to learn with you guys. I'm just trying to facilitate learning here. I'm trying to help you guys learn, just moderate this thing. And if technology changes while we are still teaching the course, so be it. I welcome it. Any thoughts or comments on this? Well, I expect we will go till about 8:30 today. 40 dakika yeter misin?
Bir tık fazla bile olabilir. Yani 35 dakika.
Peki 8:45, 8:45. You're going to see another app, and you can either watch it 3 times till you actually learn it, or you can make a reservation for an office hour, and the poor NS comes to school and waits for people, and nobody shows up. I don't want that to happen again. If you have a reservation, we will arrange for, ideally this course should be taught in the labs, okay? But thanks to our current government, we are not allowed to do face-to-face teaching. This is supposed to be done in the computer lab. And when you see something on the screen, you should be able to implement it right away. That's the only way you learn this shit, okay? But we can't do that. And online doesn't work the same way. This is why I'm asking you guys to come to the office hours. And if you guys are amenable to this, we could even organize one of these classes to be like an office. So you could all come here with your laptops, okay? Maybe next Friday, sit here, and then we could learn properly, all right? Yes, Berke, adaptation, evolution, okay? The most important ability, there are 3 that I count, is the ability to adapt, agile learning, and resilience. These 3 will take you ahead in life. And of course, I'm adding to that honesty, okay? Vicdan ve dürüstlük, okay? Hazır mısın oğlum?
Evet.
Hocam, before this part, could you please provide the presentation details? How long will it take, and what are we waiting for? Someone asked me about that, and maybe...
Okay. The first presentations are just pitches, okay, elevator pitches. So we want a 1-minute summary of what your group intends to do, so we get an idea. And then we'll spend maybe 2 more minutes to ask you questions. 1-minute presentation, that's like 2 slides, okay, and maybe 20 sentences. That's it. That's all.
Can ChatGPT write for them those slides?
Of course, ChatGPT can write a 1-minute presentation for you. And it can also prepare slides for, and the next GPT, is it GPT-4, right, coming up? GPT-4 will prepare a video for you as well. Okay, but let's plan on doing this. Next week we have Erhan Erkut, right, Şevval, in the first half?
Yes.
Erhan Erkut.
Erhan Erkut, and after that we have a
presentation. So just 1 minute, okay? Very brief. What do you intend to do? Okay, no more than, well, not even 20 sentences, okay? Very brief. Elevator pitch. Think elevator pitch. You're in an elevator. You're going up 4 floors, 6 floors, and then you need to do your pitch before you get to the top, okay? Quick. 1 minute presentation, and because long presentations are not necessarily any better. Now we'll ask you questions, a couple more minutes. So 3 minutes per team, okay? Make sure you submit teams to Şevval before class so we know who's in what team. By the end of this class, we're going to decide which students are withdrawn from the course, and we'll give you a list of all students who are still in the course to help you create your teams, okay? The last lesson will be a demo day. The last lecture will be a demo day, except you'll get 2.5 minutes instead of 1 minute, like in Startup Istanbul or Startup Turkey, okay? So 1 minute pitch, and at the end, 2.5 minute presentation. Yani VC çağırıp çağırmama projelerin gidişatına göre karar vereceğiz Şevval Hanım. All right, so now we are ready for... Sene host yapmadık mı? Abi sen hostların kralısın ya. Enes Döke. 3 yıldızına basarız, make co-host yaparız abi seni. Okay, yeah, you're co-host. All right, so I'm shutting up now, unless there are other comments. And turning it over to Enes. We'll go till about 8:45, all right? I'm going to stop you every once in a while if I feel like people are lost, okay?
Mikrofonu kapatabilirseniz ben bunu için.
Mikrofonu da kapattım. Sesini de.
Okay. Last week, we integrated OpenAI API with Coda, but Coda have other perks, and some of those applications can be easily integrated with Coda. I will show you a simple example. So this is my to-do step, and this is a simple to-do tracker, to-do management application. But to-dos have not a feature of AI, but we can integrate to-dos to Coda and OpenAI to Coda. We can actually make the ChatGPT in your to-do list. So before that, I will some more examples, more application which you can in your projects or your daily stuff. So if you are a YouTube creator, you can integrate the YouTube Studio to the ChatGPT environment via OpenAI API. So you can easily write your video titles, video meta tags, and other YouTube stuffs. And you can easily use LaTeX formulas, from plain text to the LaTeX formulas via ChatGPT in your documents.
Enes,
yes.
LaTeX is a program that allows you to insert mathematical symbols easily into any kind of document you like Word or PDF.
Yes. And maybe you can build a weather-based application in your project. So you can take easily some cities or your current locations weather status via Coda, and maybe you can suggest combines or some suggest from your wardrobe, and maybe you can easily create a wardrobe assistant. And when you integrate those assistants to your current location's weather data, so it can effectively suggest your daily clothings or maybe your combines or improve your style. maybe you can integrate Spotify into the Coda, and you can easily create some applications with Spotify and OpenAI. But Spotify have no access in the own application to ChatGPT. But when you create a bridge in Coda with Spotify and OpenAI API, you can easily install the ChatGPT into Spotify. So let's create a simple to-do management app and integrate the ChatGPT into your to-do application. I'm using the Todoist. It's a simple to-do management software. You can easily sign up this application, and it's free for your daily usage.
Wait, this is a website called Todoist. Not to-do management. To-do list, but Todoist.com, okay?
Yes. It's a to-do management software. And I wrote some to-do items. This, like, they are my responsibilities for my daily jobs. And then I am integrate the Todoist my docs, my Coda accounts via this gallery page. I'm creating the document. Actually, this is the same as the integrating OpenAI. I'm now integrating the Todoist, my to-do tracker application, to Coda. So you can easily write Todoist, and you can see the functions or predefined templates from here. I'm creating a simple task table, task database. And I am the sync data from my list. I'm connecting my Todoist account. This is my account. You can see as here. So I'm sync my daily to Coda. Okay, they are my daily responsibilities. So and I will use the ChatGPT to make these items done.
So Enes, now you are connecting Todoist to Coda,
yes,
and Coda was connected to ChatGPT.
Yes. So you can.
So you have a triangle.
Yes, you can use ChatGPT in your Todoist.
Okay, through Coda.
Yes. I'm customize my table via hiding those columns because we don't use now. I'm creating new two columns. So I'm switching the column type to formula, and I'm writing our basic OpenAI prompts, but we need to integrate the OpenAI to these documents and easily I'm searching the gallery. So our documents have two packs. One is the Todoist application, and the other one is OpenAI. I'm making I made a table. And I'm writing a formula to use this table. I'm turning formula I'm writing our formula at the prompt, and I need to add my account, so I'm adding my account. I'm editing the formula. This is my API key. We integrate last week, and I am selecting the prompt. This is my prompt, or this is my to-do. Sorry. This is my prompt. And I am selecting the model which we use, GPT-3.5 Turbo. This is our actually basic formula. I'm waiting the magic of ChatGPT. It creates the emails.
What formula did you type?
The prompt one. The last week we used this formula to create the prompt. This is my OpenAI key. This is which task I need to done, and this is the model, the latest model of ChatGPT, ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo.
GPT 3.5 Turbo.
Yes, this is the model.
Okay, that's going to be 4 now, in a couple of weeks.
And this is this is your to-do item, and this is your email need to write. And you can easily copy that your email provider and send it to your college or your friends. Also, you can integrate this table to Gmail, your Gmail account. So you can easily send emails from this table also. So I'm show you another example. One person created internet communities like Discord channels or Reddit subreddits or maybe Telegram groups, Facebook groups or Twitter circles, and then create a database, create a thousands of that database consists of thousands of communities. So instead of showing all the communities or publishing all the community lists, you can make it a basic application to communities which are related to specific needs. So this is a basic application. I'm using it. So I'm selecting the one of them. And selecting my categories. I'm selecting the community details, and it will show me communities which are medium size, which have form function, which are related to data science, and which are related to Web3 area, and it show me data talks cloud. So you can make it some basic application with these basic functions and like filter and short options. Also, you can make some resource centers. I will send this link to via Blackboard to you, and you can check those buttons, check those like forms or input areas, or how to use hyperlinks and other code functions in your project. You can take this as an example. Also, most of the pages you can duplicate them in your own workspace, so you can easily see which formula or which settings are used. You can easily copy them your next project. Actually, this is for now, hocam.
That's all?
Yes, that's all.
You said we go to 8:45?
Burayı tekrar kurmadım çünkü geçen hafta yarım saat önce kurduğumuz için tekrar gösterebilirim orayı. OpenAI kurma kısmını. Orayı hızlı geçmiş oldum. Direkt bağladım bilmiyordum. Sonra bağlanmış olduğunu görünce.
Bu dersin aynısını ben baştan sona yaptıracağım sana derse girmeden. Zamanında tutacağım. Ona göre. Oğlum 8:45 dedik insanlara. 8:05 40 dakika erken bitiriyorum lan. Okay. All right. So apparently this is all that I said to say. I'm going to open it up for questions now. Buse'cim seni dinliyoruz.
Hocam, are we expected to use those different sites like Coda, Luna while we're like creating our projects? Hocam, we can't hear you.
Can you start again? I just turned on my speaker and my microphone.
Hocam, I asked are we expected to use those other OpenAI systems like Coda and Luna when we are creating our projects?
Actually,
Coda is not an AI system.
Sorry, yeah.
Buse, there are really no hard and fast rules when it comes to projects.
Yeah.
You could connect it to any application you want, or you could simply experiment using different prompts. You could do a project on prompt engineering, okay? So far, no one has come up to me and said, okay, I changed the temperature and this is how the responses changed. I'm curious about temperature. Or I changed what other parameters are there in the ChatGPT? I want to check my... it asks me to log in again. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay. So there's Text Da Vinci 003 is one of the models, okay? Text Curie, Marie Curie. Text Babbage, that's a computer scientist. Text Ada, and then show more models. Da Vinci Instruct Beta, Curie, Babbage. What is that? What is the impact of the model on the response? What is the impact of temperature on the response? That controls randomness, okay? If you lower it, it results in less random completions. If you make it down to 0, it becomes deterministic. So you'll always get the same answer when you give the same prompt. If you make the temperature high, then you're not going to get the same answer. You're less likely to get the same answer. Stop sequence, top P, controls diversity via nucleus sampling. I have no idea what that means. Why don't you play with it, see what happens? Frequency penalty, presence penalty, best of, include start text, include restart text, show probabilities. Why is it off? So you could simply experiment with that and tell us what you've learned. That would be a project too. Or you could build an app, or you could design a market entry strategy using ChatGPT. There are no limits. I mean, the course has no hard and fast rules, okay? So you're going to make us a pitch. If it sounds reasonable to us, we'll tell you, go ahead. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, you'll give us a progress report. At that point, we will say, okay, either proceed with this or this is not a good idea. You have to pick another project. Once we give you the second okay, then that becomes your project. So don't assume that you have to build a money-making product by writing an interface on ChatGPT. Any way which will allow you to use ChatGPT as a virtual collaborator. Anything that makes ChatGPT a more effective virtual collaborator. You might be able to say, I use the presence penalty of this and the temperature of that and frequency penalty of that, and I got the best results, okay? You need to verify that. You need to convince us that this is actually the best setting of parameters. But everybody is using the default parameters, okay? I haven't seen a single person that who used a different kind of parameter. I've seen another application of combining Google Sheets with ChatGPT. I'm going to learn it between now and next lecture, and I'm going to show you how that's done by next lecture. You can combine Google Sheets with ChatGPT and think of a clever application that will actually be potentially useful for you in your profession, be it law or education or engineering or business or what have you. Whatever makes your life easier, okay? I want you to cook up a use of ChatGPT that makes your life as a graduate of a certain program, whatever it is, easier. That's really the only requirement, okay? Anlatabildim mi?
Yes, hocam, it was crystal clear. Thank you.
Yani tamam mı? Onu öğrendin mi? Şevval, tamam, onu bana öğretirsin. Haftaya ben öğretirim, olur mu?
Olur, anlaştık. Kolaymış hocam. Siz hemen yaparsınız.
Tamam, kolaydır da işte onda bir güzel application cook-up edelim haftaya kadar. Ben 15 dakika arada belki birisi bana öğretir diye ümit ettim ama o kadar hızlı hareket edemedik maalesef.
Ben yoktum.
Okey. Adem'e söylerim bunu. Adem çok kötü kapak koydu yalnız, dikkat et. Ben de kapatayım yayını da görsün diyor şimdi burada. Ademcik de yayınla mı uğraşsın, burayla mı uğraşsın, ne yapacağını şaşırdı adam yani. Okay guys, so this part was in Turkish, but it was just bullshitting, you know. You don't really need to understand this. I don't need to translate. It was just barbs back and forth between my assistants, okay? Mahmut'cum seni dinliyoruz, Mert.
Hocam iyi akşamlar. Teşekkürler öncelikle. Sorry for starting in Turkish. I was going to ask you, like, I've been working as a business development manager for a early stage startup, like for 2 or 3 months, and I've been using ChatGPT to while we are designing our cold email campaigns. So would it be?
Of course, and it's a real application, okay?
Yeah,
but it needs to be something a little bit more clever than, okay, act as a marketing manager, compose an email, blah, blah, blah, okay? It needs to be something a little bit more sophisticated than what anyone off the street can do, okay? Anlatabildim mi?
Okay.
Yani böyle biraz entek küntek bir şeyler olsun içinde yani.
Like I've been using a different initial email for every week, and I'm trying to change the call to action part for every email campaign every week. So I try to get technical drawings from them. I try to get meetings from them via my Doodle, and like I'm just trying to find the optimal way to get us results or get us responses from our possible clients.
And so, are you actually coming to any results? Do you realize like something works better than something else?
Yeah, like we are using Apollo for CRM tool. Like I've been tracking the results and the statistics from the Apollo, like open rates, reply rates, bounce rates, or something. So yeah, like when we are personalize the email with variables in Apollo and with the help of ChatGPT, we can get better results, at least for the response side. Okay. Like it's not translating to sales obviously every time, but
yeah, Maxim, cold call translation to sales. If you're lucky, if you get 2%.
Yeah, cold email, not cold call, but cold email.
Same thing. Cold email is even worse, okay?
Yeah, I know. But especially for early stage startup in the like modeling industry, it's a hurdle, I know, but we're trying our best. So I thought maybe with the outputs, it could be a project, and I wanted to ask you.
Mert, it can, but you need to create a team and create work for the other members of the team.
Yeah, I get it.
It needs to be teamwork, okay? I don't want you to do this alone. And I don't want the other two guys just watch over your shoulder as you do this.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Yeah. Thanks, hocam.
Yeah. Any other comments or questions? Yes, Ali Fuat. I'm with you.
Hello, teacher. Thanks for giving me.
Yeah, I'm not a teacher. I'm a professor. But
sorry. I'm sorry.
Usually in high school, they call it teacher, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to ask what kind of presentations we are going to make, because I don't quite understand it.
Oh, Mert just made a presentation. Did you not listen?
Yeah, I listened.
That's all I want in the presentation.
Oh.
1 minute description of what the project will be about.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Mert, why don't you repeat it? Now everybody listen to it as if it's a 1 minute pitch for a project that's coming next week. Bekle bakalım oğlum, bekle, az bekle.
Okay.
Hadi başla.
Okay, so as Balero, we are an early stage startup that provide bundling solutions to beverage industry clients. So I'm trying to create different cold email campaigns every week to reach out our possible clients. So I'm trying to be more personal, more confident, or trying to approach different emotions to our campaigns with the help of ChatGPT. So I can say that it's our project, and we are going to track the outputs like the response rate, bounce rates, conversion rates. So it's more or less that's it.
Okay. See, this was 45 minutes, and I understood what he was trying to explain. So I'm going to ask him then questions. Mert, how do you intend to test this? How are you going to tell us what works and what doesn't?
Yeah, like for that part, we can use a CRM tool, and we are already using it. That is Apollo, which shows us the basic statistics of an email campaign with when our clients responded our emails after what follow-up email, and our bounce rates, our response rates, our conversion rates. We can see that from the basic plan of Apollo, and we are currently using it. I've been using it for
Mert, do you think you'll be able to connect the outcome, the outputs, to the changes you made in the cold emails? How are you going to connect the ChatGPT parameters to the outcome is what I'm wondering.
We can try to measure week by week every email campaign we have created with ChatGPT and the meetings we've booked with our possible clients weekly. So it will convert us good output, I think.
So maybe you're going to change the prompts, maybe you're going to change the style in the email, make it warmer, make it more professional. Then see which one gives you the better results. Okay, excellent. Thank you, sir. Bu kadar arkadaşlar. It's 1.5 minutes, 2 questions. I asked him 2 questions, and I give him pre-approval of this project. Okay, all he needs now between now and next week is to find two teammates.
Yeah, I already have teammates, but we haven't been able to meet up. But we are going to meet up tonight.
Okay, excellent. Yani hepsi bu arkadaşlar. This is all there is to it. So nothing here. Just tell us what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I personally using to be spice up the things and.
Tamam oğlum, Mert, anladık. You're trying to be a şey.
No, hocam bir şey söyleyeyim mi? Okey, tamam yani.
Heyecanlandı Mert. Eyvallah abicim, eyvallah. Asya, sendeyiz.
Hocam merhaba.
Merhaba.
I'm speaking behalf of Berke Yalman, Beyza Vural, and Eylül Severdim. We are one group. So we will be trying to develop marketing agency product for food and beverage industries. Initially, it will be included brand and marketing developments through a tool, and it will give solutions based on brands' needs. So we might maybe include neuromarketing measurements into that project.
So you're going to communicate to whom? This was 20 seconds, by the way, folks. Who are the customers you're going to get the message?
The customers will be food and beverage industry brands, like maybe big chains or maybe locals. We didn't decide the specifics yet for now.
But who in the chain? Which person in the chain?
Like for now, maybe like Big Mamas might be the big chain in food brands, or maybe some of the brands includes maybe Doge companies has and some kind of brands like that.
What I'm trying to ask is which person in the chain will you contact? Will you contact the CEO? Will you contact the marketing manager, the brand manager?
We mostly contact with the marketers and product managers.
Okay. What is the experiment here that you are thinking of that involves ChatGPT?
We want to specialize and make things easier with that tool. And also we are considering to add HR, people and culture tool and something like that. It gives it will be act as a marketing agency for that specific brands, and it will give events and organizations and HR requirements and marketing designs, and that's like a whole package.
Asya, what are you using ChatGPT for? To compose emails?
It will be, I guess, I'm not sure. We, like I said.
Okay. Okay, that's good. This is not an approved project because it's half cooked. Okay. So between now and next week, Asya'cığım, you need to decide how ChatGPT will be used in your project. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Ahmetcan, şu haliyle okey değil abicim. Çünkü yani daha nasıl kullanacağı anlatılmadı. ChatGPT'yi nasıl köle olarak kullanacaksınız? That's okay, Ahmetcan. How are you going to use ChatGPT as a virtual collaborator? Your project must address this very basic question. Okay, now I would like to see a show of hands from the participants. Now I have all the participant list here. Please raise a hand if you have an idea for a project already. I see 2 raised hands. I see, only 1 raised hand. There's only 1 raised hand. 3 raised hands. So Lucas, Buse, and Elif, 3 raised hands. Okay. I hope there will be more, but do you guys want to just briefly talk about your projects? Lucas?
I can share.
Okay, let me just set the clock for you. Reset. Go ahead, Lucas.
Okay, so I spent many hours trying to explore DALL-E engine to create images, right? So I would like to connect ChatGPT with DALL-E through Coda, which is possible, to set different kind of specifics to generate very specific kind of images. For example, if you want a nice picture of shoes, for example, for your market, if you just prompt it directly to DALL-E, the results are too many variations, right? But if you do a specific prompting for ChatGPT, which understands what kind of design you want, then it generates the perfect prompt, because the prompt for DALL-E is limited for 400 characters. You could use this to generate images for a website, for your shops, for any kind of business. So the generator basically free images you can use without any kind of artist.
Okay, I think I understand. Your goal is to help people create a web page with the best visuals possible?
Yes, you could say that.
and you're going to connect ChatGPT with DALL-E, which is another OpenAI product, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this would be an acceptable project, Lucas. Watch out for GPT-4. I think it's going to make it unnecessary for you to connect to DALL-E. You're going to be able to do this in GPT-4 directly, but I won't hold that against you. If you can connect it to DALL-E and create the tool. Right now, I'm thinking, for example, when I prepare a presentation, I look for images on the web, and it takes me sometimes 20 minutes because I'm anal retentive. Obsessive compulsive. So just to find the right image, I spend 20 minutes, and I'd love to shorten that to 20 seconds. So yes, I think there is a market for your application. Thank you, Lucas. All right. So Buse, do you want to talk about your project?
Yes. So we're actually suffering from the diversity of departments in our group. We have psychology students, we have English language teaching students, and we have civil engineering students. So we couldn't really come up with a common topic. But what we want to do actually, we want to evaluate the capabilities and limitations of ChatGPT in language learning, mental health, civil engineering, and energy system optimization. So we want to develop and test ChatGPT approach in each of these areas and then compare the effectiveness of these approaches with traditional methods. This is going to be an experimental project. And finally, we are going to identify potential ethical and social implications of using ChatGPT in these areas and discuss strategies for addressing these implications.
Okay, if I let you do this, you'll be self-annihilating, okay? It's too much. You have to pick maybe one, at most two areas. If you try to do all of this, I mean, this is a typical example of where a teamwork is not working, okay? You have a team, everyone wants to do their own thing, and then you're not a team. I'm sorry. You have to be a team, okay? You have to decide what the project is going to be about. Maybe every member of the team between now and next Saturday, prepare a pitch to the rest of the team and try to convince the other members of the team what the project should be on. And then you present that to me on Monday, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
But don't try to do all of it. This is too much. Yeah, if you try to do all of it, you're not going to be able to do any one of it properly, okay? Everything will be half-assed, and I don't want that. I don't want half-cooked stuff. Elif İlayda, ne oldu? Sen kaçtın mı?
We haven't decided our project yet because actually it's my friend's idea and we didn't have developed it yet. But we are considering a website like Patika. We can think of it like a quite powered by the artificial intelligence. We think that you will write a project idea and it will give you a quite like maybe you can learn this programming language, or it will say you should prepare the data, clean the data, like the steps, but it doesn't fully develop yet. We will come to you at Friday actually for this idea.
Okay, so let me try to understand this. You're going to type your project into the website, and the website will tell you what you need to learn in order to be able to complete that project?
Yeah, actually, we think that 2 weeks earlier, because when we see Coda, we think that Coda can do that actually, because we don't need a website. If we put that in the Coda, it can process these steps, I guess. So it will be more easy actually. But like I said, the ChatGPT getting developed every day, so maybe we should change our path.
No, İlayda, that's fine. You need to be very choosy in your words when you're describing the project, so that it can tell you what you need to do, what you need to learn. If you don't describe it properly, I mean, this is a difficult task. If a website can do that, what's the next step? I type in my life plan, and it tells me which university to go to, what to study, where to do my exchange and what else.
It's not like a detail, but maybe just a little bit beginner quite. You should do this, but it's not gonna do that. Like you can get the data from this website. So it's just gonna say that it's not going to do that.
Sounds very exciting. So work on it a little more. NS thinks that Coda already does what you're saying.
Yeah, yes.
But you can think along these lines. I mean, there are all sorts of applications, all sorts of personal advice instances where something like this is useful, okay? For example, right now I'm aging and I want to delay my Alzheimer's as much as possible. What do I need to do? I need to play games. I need to read books. I need to watch movies, whatever, okay? There's hundreds and thousands of instances where you ask for professional advice. So basically what you're saying is you can use ChatGPT as a professional advisor, okay? You just picked a very simple instance of Patika and coding. But think along these lines and think bigger, okay? How can you use ChatGPT as a professional advisor? For example, PDR'ciler, for counseling students, this would be very relevant, okay? How do you answer questions coming from students in counseling? Or lawyers, you want to create a company and should it be AŞ or limited or, person's company or a holding company, what have you. All sorts of instances where you get to ask questions. And the sky is the limit, really. So maybe don't go all the way to the sky, but try to go somewhere between Patika and the sky.
If we think bigger, we can't do that actually, but it's just going to be idea. But we will see. And the next one.
Oha, Asya'cığım, we can search for somebody who can combine digital marketing or neuromarketing with AI products.
Evet hocam, if there's someone exists that works.
Well, I mean, if you can find someone like that, let me know. I would be happy to invite him. I mean, I'm going to invite somebody who's doing textile models. Modeling of clothes using ChatGPT and using AI in general into Furkan Kutlu, maybe in about 3 or 4 weeks. He just wanted more time because he's releasing a new product. He wants to give us some results as well. But we can ask Tuna Hoca. He deals with eye tracking and marketing. Yeah. Asya, why don't you ask Tuna Hoca if he knows somebody or if he does something like this. If he does, we can ask him to come and talk to us about that. He teaches at the same time, so maybe he can record something and we can just play it in class.
Yeah, okay, Professor, thank you.
All right. Yani you can call me hocam. Just don't call me teacher, okay?
Okay, hocam.
Öğretmenim. Hocam yerine öğretmenim demeyin diyorum. Bu kadar basit. Hocam diyebilirsin, Erhan abi diyebilirsin. Whatever yani. Professor demene gerek yok. I know I'm a professor. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Öğretmenim, tuvalete gidebilir miyim? Ali'cim, sana her türlü esnekliği tanıyoruz kardeşim. İstediğin takıma gir. Takım yoksa da Şevval'e yaz. Şevval oyuncu arayan takımlarla seni bir araya getirsin.
Getiririm Erhan abi.
Eyvallah ablam. Başka gençler? Any other questions or comments? All right, guys. See you next week. Next week, I'm going to show you how to connect Google Sheets to ChatGPT. But Sheva is going to teach me, and then I'm going to teach you. And then Erhan Erkut is going to introduce Sere to you. Sere is a product of Cerebrum Technologies. It's a talking version of ChatGPT. So they connected ChatGPT with an interface to an avatar that actually talks. Benim sağ olun. Teşekkürler Erhan abi. Erhan amca. Amca da diyebilirsiniz. Dede demeyin, tamam mı? Hadi eyvallah gençler.
Hoşça kalın hocam.